Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Silent Hill F. The last time we played, we had traveled to the other side again, and we faced a Sakuko monster that looked like her anyway. Um, so now we are back, and we are following Shu and Rinko to Shu's house. However, I don't know where the fuck Shu's house is, and I'm kind of just like heading back over here. Well, he's gone. He's not going to stick around. Oh, there. Not that I've seen.
シュウ君っていつまでひなこのこと相棒って呼ぶの？相棒なんて呼び方、小学生の男子みたい。
相棒は相棒さ。俺は相棒を女扱いしてない。
そうだな。された覚えもない。
立ち話は終わりだ。行くぞ。
God. Rinko needs to get a fucking life, okay? Like... You know, it reminds me, it reminds me of, like, when I used to be in school. Specifically, like, middle school. There were always, like, groups of girls that would constantly mock these other, like, group of girls. And that was the kind of shit that, like, pissed me off, because you don't know, and that's the thing about, you know, growing up. You don't know what anybody's going through, and so you yourself kind of project all these animosities that you have because of things that you are like feeling, and like you're like either like a preteen or like an early teenager, and like I mean it's not like guys don't do it too, but girls are rather vicious in their picking, because they don't necessarily just pick on you and like say horrible things and then leave it. They do it over and over and over again. I don't think there's going to be anything else up here, so I think we're probably good to not go up here. They do it over and over and over again. And they just keep reminding you of this shit. And it's, you know, I know especially in other countries too, you know, there's other kinds of standards, and there's other like ways of life. It's kind of different for other groups of people in other countries, but it all kind of translates to be the same in a way. Right, so this is the doctor's house, right, we were at earlier. No, I think it's about the same.
妙な宇宙人がどんどん増えてっただろうが。
ひなこってシュウ君と話すときは男の子みたいな喋り方だよね。
She's trying to find ways to pick on me because I'm talking to him.
俺たちは幼い頃からの付き合いだからな。
ふん。だから男女の関係にはならなかったってわけ。
今はそんな話をしてる時じゃないぞ。行こう。
You know what, Hinako? Just take that pipe and hit her in the back of the head. Just hit her in the back of the head. Space Wars wasn't just about fighting evil with laser guns, though. We'd pretend to analyze the enemy by drawing alien sketches. During PE, we'd say that the class was a training camp for the Space Army. I think we played with dolls, too. Right. I think that's when we were training in the first aid in order to assist the injured. Oh. Actually, I want to see if there's anything else. No. Oh. They're just kind of hanging out in the field over there. So again, as I explained in the previous part, this is like the island, this whole outer area, right? In which we can all the people are interacting with each other. It's a little confusing because sometimes I feel like some of these are actual paths, but they're not. They're just little side areas or like little embankments. It's like, for example, I can go into here, but I can't go down there. Shu and Rinko. Oh, I got a baseball bat. Well, you're already fighting back. I kind of want to switch to these other ones and see how they do. Howdy, neighbor! Hey, listen, I'm not bothering you. See? Like, all I had to say was I'm not bothering you, and she walked away. I'm not bothering you. How the fuck did you get out? Alright, we have a steel pipe here. Kudzu tea, I'm good. Okay, well, I can't climb any of that. Oh, I should've did it there. Oh, well. I'm targeted on her, but great, here we go with this shit. Again, it's kind of hard to do it because they don't do it all the time. They don't do the counter move like all the time. Like there's gonna be something in here. Oh, it's alright. Well, this thing's out, so there's a note. Local doctor's note. Traditionally, the residents of this town have long relied on folk medicine for medicinal care. Even to this day, a number of the more elderly members of the community still turn to herbal remedies over modern medicine. Too many times do I get these older patients come to me only after exhausting the usefulness of their traditional remedies. I just wish that they would come to me sooner before it is too late for them. I was given the chance to discuss my concerns with one of the OIs, a family who have stood as the town's physicians for generations at that house down the street. And to my pleasant surprise, they asked if I would give some talks to educate the elderly on modern medicine. I want to respect local traditions as best I can, though. After all, folk medicine and modern medicine are just two sides of the same coin. I believe they can and should coexist with each other. Yeah, but at the same time, you know, it's kind of conspiracy-esque You know, like shit like this. So, frankly, it's kind of a problem. People are willing to, you know, trust in they're willing to trust in God, or they're willing to trust in, you know, crystals. Or is
こっちだ。
that actually the way I'm going? And it leads to them just getting hurt more. There it is. Dead, bitch. Maybe I'm looking at this the wrong way. Maybe I should just kind of stand around waiting for them to do that. What do you mean? It's only halfway broken. It's not that bad. And plus we have a toolkit, so you know what? I know this seems ridiculous, but I'm just going to use one of these because I want to have that. I don't want to lose those. So I might as well. I might have missed my opportunity to go back to Sakuko's house from earlier, if I'm being honest. Shoulder bag. Ooh, increases inventory capacity. Well, come on. You could have given me like maybe 3 more. Jesus, it's like Resident Evil pouches. They gave me at least like 2 or 3. 1? Oh, what? Whoop-dee. I'll take the Higashi, I guess. There you go. Hoping you're having an amazing day as well. Enjoy this nightmare. Oh, there's the big guy. Where are they going?
街を突っ切るのは危険すぎる。
私たちの千鶴やどうしてこんな。
中学校の方へ向かってそこから山道を登ろう。だいぶ遠回りになるが街は避けられる。よし、行こう。
You know what? I haven't thought about this or said anything about it, but I wonder what that thing in the fog was, because I haven't seen that yet. Okay. Ebisugaoka Middle School. This is the middle school that I attended. It was built when the town was financially well off during the dam construction, so the beautiful facilities are at odds with the rest of the dull buildings in town. I think I met Rinko during my first year here. I remember her surprise when she heard I called Shu partner. Hotai-sama. Agora no Hotai-sama. A clear medicinal infusion with a deep red color. This natural remedy is a traditional folk medicine used to alleviate and offer pain relief and can either be ingested or applied to the affected area. It is known in Ebi as Agora no Hotai-sama, or Hotai-sama's cure, and is still favored by a small minority of the town's elderly population who has a distaste for modern medicine. Well, see, like, and that's like the difference in folk medicine compared to like other stuff. When they're using like, you know, like natural plants growing in the world, it's kind of a different story. And there it is, your band. Congratulations on your band. If you had any brains whatsoever, Kelly, then you would know that you would read my my description down there to indicate that I don't like art spammers, and I sure as shit don't want you coming into my fucking chat spamming art. So have a good day, you're banned. Stupid ass. God damn. Again, if you're coming into my stream and you want to talk about the fucking game. Otherwise, you're banned. What happens if I do go over there? Okay, so we're headed down. So yeah, I think I've missed my opportunity to maybe I shouldn't test the waters. I think I'm probably going down here. So I might as well do this. Got knocked over. What did? Oh, the truck. Oh, maybe I am going this way? Okay. Well, let me go down here. I'm kind of determined to see if I can get back to Sakuko's house. Somehow, some way. Because I have this key, and I really want to know what this gives me. Oh, well. I got another toolkit. Woo! Later. Alright, so I'm definitely not getting back to Sakuko's house. We can just repair it. Don't worry. A farmer's story. Son, you better read this and get it through your thick head. Let me take you back to something that happened during the war. One day, some high and mighty military police from out of town got pissed drunk and decided to kick over a statue of Inari-sama, even spat on it. The next morning, all those policemen were found dead in the waterway, their corpses bloated and heavy as hell. They got carted off to the medical examiner's office so the coroner could take a look. You know, that place a few minutes from us. I was one of the people who helped carry the bodies and wash them, so I saw everything with my own two eyes. When that doctor put his knife to their bellies and opened them up, a whole swamp of stomach-churning gunk came pouring out. And I don't mean their guts either. From neck to navel, hell, even right up their asses, those bodies were stuffed full of decomposing rats, birds, frogs, snakes, you name it. And that look of frozen terror on their faces, I'll never forget that. Anyway, moral of the story is, you better not ever disrespect Inari-sama in any way, even if you're drunk. Yeah, so again, clearly, I think this town has done something. Something has happened in this town, or the people of this town have done something to anger a god. This fox god, right? The fox mask man, I honestly believe is... maybe he's not exactly the god, but he is maybe a representation of him. I'm kind of looking for anything else good, really. Alright, well, this is a bit of a predicament. Woo-wee! I'm going to ignore the two of you. Yeah, the chocolate. I'm fine on the chocolate. Alright, well this is starting to get a little finicky now. Well, there we go. Toolkit, we can go ahead and use that. Oh, it actually didn't. It didn't actually improve it all the way. I was thinking that it would do it all the way, which is why I was waiting so long to fix it. Well, there you go. So it's not going to fix it all the way. Okay, so we're headed to the school. Yep, another steel pipe. No, is there anything I can actually offer? You know what, I might offer this. I have 5 of these. They don't really give anything, but I'll do 2 just to get up to a steady 900. Yeah, I also still have the sickle as well, which I'm kind of saving. I don't know if any of these weapons do more damage than any of the others. They all could pretty much just be the same level of damage. Yeah, it's not my problem. Well, not for her anyway. Oh. I am kind of getting used to the combat, by the way, which, you know, I'm getting into it. Takes a little bit of a of a feeling. Like I said, it's I feel like it is purposefully designed. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna go back and give this Higashi up as well. I feel like it is purposefully designed to be bad. But bad not in the way of like badly designed. Bad in the way of in how it's supposed to feel. It's like, I don't want to say the word is like good bad, but it's bad in the sense of like you're a like 12-year-old girl who can't fight, so you can't actually do anything because you're like a weak 12-year-old girl, you know, like. Although I mean I've killed plenty of things already, but like I said, it's like swinging and the dodging is very quick, which I'm a fan of. But yeah, the heavy attacks are like, it's like swinging a greatsword, and it just feels like shit. But again, like I said, I feel like it's purposefully meant to feel like that. Oh. Fucking hello? Whoa. Oh, okay, I was supposed to go down there. Oh yeah, this is clearly a trick. Oh! Oh, hello. It's blind. He's kind of just hopping. Ow. Oh! I need to heal. God damn it. I'm stun locked. I need to heal and I can't. There we go. There we go. There's the counterattack. Oh. That's different than the other guy. A particularly suspicious monster that walks around on all fours. The greedily staring eyes. Well, it looks blind. The greasy palms, the disgusting way it acts all chummy with me. All of it is completely repulsive. What's more, it never even bothers with guys. Typical. Okay, well, yeah, I see what you mean by the whole chummy thing. It kind of acts bouncy and fun. I kind of see what you mean. I think I'm supposed to probably go up the stairs. Oh, I guess not. Ooh, a kitchen knife. Maybe I'll exchange that out here in a bit. I have to kill this thing. Why don't you come in here? Here, let me replace the kitchen knife with... Sure, why not? Okay. Out there again. Oh. Step back, girls. This calls for a real show, man. The hot-blooded baseball samurai steps up to the plate. I wish I could actually just see the magazine. It sounds to me like that was Shu, but I could be wrong. Oh, hello. Sorry for disturbing you. What the fuck was that? No, nothing on that? No, we don't want to talk. We don't want to discuss whatever that was. Okay, now we do. A face. 2 faces, 3 faces, 4. A monster with a thronging mass of faces. I'm not familiar with any of the faces, yet they seem to know me. It spouts repulsive things, one after the other, violating the peace and quiet of wherever it goes.
ひなこほっといて。もう手遅れなの。どうしようもない。このままじゃ。
I see it's in our head. All, like,
俺も分からない。苦しんでる。このままにしておく。
see, it's like she's hearing these negative thoughts that are in her head. I think are kind of coming forth, and she's hearing it's starting to like get to her, right? It's starting to like get into her mind, these negative thoughts that she, I guess, thinks her friends have about her. I mean, it's quite possible that maybe they actually do think these things about her, you know, like... Well, maybe not Shu, but Rinko for sure. Okay, we got an Ima. I don't... Oh. Oh, I guess that shit just hurts you. Okay, well. I'm just gonna get the fuck out of here. Okay. Oh, I do have the chocolate. You know what? I will actually give up the chocolate. And the kudzu tea, I think, actually, as well. I'm kind of fine with what I have, if I'm being honest. See, this is 1500. I'm gonna do health again. I don't have enough. I need 140. I could do it with all the divine waters. I don't really want to do that, though. I'm just gonna leave it. I have to. Because I was gonna do this. I was gonna do this the sanity as well, but.
シュウ君、嘘ついてるよね。
知らねえよ。
騙せてると思う？ひなこを。
ひなこ、遅かったな。心配したぜ。
心配してなかったよ。相棒なら絶対に大丈夫って言ってた。そうか。ありがとう。
Okay. I'll see, like, I feel like... Again, I don't... There's a part of me that feels like... I go under here... Well, I guess not, because the other way is the correct way. Okay, well, I was thinking that I was going to be able to go over here, and this was going to fall down, and it was going to block me from coming back. But I guess not. Oh, what's that? Another toolkit. Dried carcass. Well, there's an offering for you. I'm definitely going to need to get this guy. The other guys, these like guys with the multiple faces, they're not really that big of an issue. They just kind of create this. I gotta just back up. They just kind of do this and then they fall down. Just have to stay away from these. Oh, I guess they actually don't just do that. Oh, my knife broke. That knife was actually kind of weak. No, I'll just repair this. I'll just repair this one again. But I'm actually going to try this out because I do wonder if it's going to be as weak as the knife. Because the pipes and the bats might be the way to go because of how long they last in terms of durability. Alright, so I can actually get rid of this, which is great. And I think I will... Oh, that's right, I don't have an EMA. That's right. Damn, the next health one's 1100. You really have to sacrifice... Either find a lot of these like things lying around, or you have to sacrifice a lot. The Oban from the Oban Festival. Lantern. A type of revolving lantern that has a long history in Ebi. The picture silhouette rotates inside the lantern due to the air current that the candle makes. Normally, revolving lanterns are for entertainment, but the ones in Ebi were specifically used to ward off evil. In Ebi, there is a custom where women in unlucky ages hang it on their front door during Oban. Equipment. Items. Slightly restores health. Effect increases when used continuously. Wait, so that stuff's not in my... I picked it up, but it's not in my equipment. Or it's not in my items. So the bandages... First aid kit here. Those are all like the health items. Let's put those here. Have the Yokon. Let's put the chocolate here as well. Oh, that was actually decent. Alright, well, they're standing up there. I want to kind of go over here. Alright, well, see ya. I'm gonna deal with you. Alright, well, let's catch up.
やめてくれ。そんな話今はしたくない。
やめないよ。シュウ君がしっかりと現実を見るまでやめない。
だからやめてくれ。俺は
なら言ってあげる。ひな子はね、死んだんだよ。ひな子は向こうの世界で楽しくやっているんだから。
相棒、遅かったな。さあ行こうぜ。
Headphones got all fucked up for a minute there. Alright, into the school.
昔はシューとこの辺で道草食ってた。鍵がかかってる。昔はなかったのに。
鍵は学校にあるはずだ。
ちょっと休憩しようよ。もうダメ。しばらく休ませて。
相棒も疲れただろう。休んでてくれ。俺は鍵を探してくる。
分かった。
え、シュウ君が一緒じゃないと嫌だよ。心細いよ。お願い、一緒にいてね。
別に俺が一緒じゃなくて
相
も。
棒も少し休め。鍵は私が探す。
そうだよ。シュウ君はずっと戦闘で頑張ってたんだから。後からついてくるだけだったひな子の方が余裕あるって。
おい、そんな言い方をするなよ。
私は気にしない。二人とも休んでてくれ。行ってくる。
Of course. Give me just 1 second here. All right. I'm waiting here for. I will say I'm waiting for a phone call to confirm for my surgery tomorrow. So I'm waiting on that. All right. So let's see. Middle school. Ebi used to be a lively town with an ample labor force for construction and coal mining when the school was built. The town was always bustling and the school was full of students. The students at that time studied how to further improve the town as adults. The students of our time now study so that we can leave to go to a bigger town when we're adults. Exactly, right? That's, yeah. Not to brag, but we've taken down the enemy's mothership, the giant UFO, on many occasions. However, each time that happened, the Galactic Imperium would deploy more and more troops from their home planet. As we grew older, we were able to have a better understanding of heroes by watching television, and I think we came up with some elaborate backstories for the enemy leaders. By this time, it was a world that only Shu and I knew. Okay, Rinko. Rinko is always asking whether Shu and I are an item. I tell her every time that we're not, but she never seems to buy it. I heard a rumor that Rinko was gossiping about me behind my back. I suppose love can tear apart even the closest of friends. I don't know what to do. I think maybe when I talk about them being like friends or that they're not necessarily friends, maybe they were friends when they were like younger. Like maybe when they were all younger kids, they were better friends, but as they got older, that changed. Because when I look at the way that both of those girls have treated her in one form or another, obviously Sakuko, she called her a traitor, but she didn't seem to be as hostile as Rinko is. Rinko is seemingly a lot more hostile than Sakuko was. And that's why I get that feeling. Why I'm like, I don't think that she actually values her as a friend. Okay. So we have we can just go back outside? Oh, it's like a little garden. Alright, well. We have a save here. Let's just go ahead and replace the Higashi. I don't really need that. And we'll just go ahead and... There's a crane here. Origami of rumors. Ha, looks like someone heard my prayers. To whichever god who answered them, thank you. It's a little fox. There's a custom that's said to get rid of your worries like magic. You write grievances that you can't tell anyone on a piece of paper, fold it into an origami fox, and then throw it somewhere that no one else will find it. If you happen to come across someone else's origami of grievances, you can put it to rest by reading it. No matter what's written on it, you have to keep the information to yourself and not tell a single soul. It's a tradition that's been in this town for ages, but it was particularly popular with middle schoolers. Some kids would indirectly bully others by writing gossip about the people they hated and making sure to put it in a place they would see it. I personally don't like to write bad things about people, or read them for that matter. They say that you can't put those complaints to rest by reading them, so I make the effort to read them out. But to be honest, I'd rather not pick them up when I see them. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and... do that. Okay, so this is just kind of an outside area with like a save. Okay, so we also have a set of stairs going up to the second floor. I kind of want to check out all of this down here first. Great. To all faculty on patrol duty, to prevent students from going to the second floor, please ensure the corridor is locked at the end of the day. On patrol this week, Vice Principal Matsuo.
キーボックスが開かない。
Okay, we need a key for that.
鍵がいる。
Another steel pipe, that's great. Note for the Vice Principal. Vice Principal, please do not lock the key to the second floor in the desk drawer. It's impossible to open when you're not present. Oh, shit. So the key for the stairwell is... So there's a... Yeah, okay. So there's a key for this desk that contains a key for the fucking door at the top of the stairs. So that's what's up here, I'm guessing? So we're going to come up here and it's going to be closed. Yeah. Oh, hell. I wonder if that's the guy who built the school. Your radio. What the fuck is this? Okay, that leads outside. Some lockers here. She said is like Aoki something? Okay, so it's like a 3-digit combination. Oi, Takeshi. Oh, okay. Okay, first aid kit, we'll just leave that there for now. Okay, that won't open without a key either. Oh. It's another one of these creepy anatomy dolls. Student note, the desk drawers in the teacher's storage room have locks, but they're such bad quality that they're practically useless. Just the other day I tried using a hairpin to open it, and what do you know, it popped open almost immediately. What's the use for these secure drawers when they aren't keeping anything safe? Ah, so maybe that's the idea. We can just kind of pop it open with like a, with like a hairpin. Seems like Sakuko left her hairpin near the basket inside of the rabbit hutch. You guys have you have a bunch of pet rabbits here? School founder's anecdote. Buy as much of that mountain's land as you can. Borrow money if you must, for it will surely bring you great wealth. Shortly thereafter, the country commenced their dam construction plan, and the mountain Mr. Yoneda had purchased was indeed a boon. He spent every last yen he earned on his hometown of Ebi. The result of his generosity was Ebi Middle School. Mr. Yoneda donated the Inari statue and housed it inside the small shrine seen on school grounds as his way of saying thanks to the fox that blessed him. Oh, that's a bit of information. So, the guy who built the town and the school, he was blessed by the fox. I don't know who that is. I can't tell. Won't budge. Okay. So I'm guessing same thing here. Yep. Yeah, it's coming together for me so far. It does make me wonder, like, what did this town do to anger this god, vice principal? What does this do again? Restores max sanity for a set time. Okay, so if I took one now, right, it's not gonna last. Okay, so I went out there. I know that I heard something out here. Oh. It's one of these guys. Okay, well he's completely blocking the way. Well, I guess we'll just let him fuck off for now. Okay, that door's locked too. So we really only have one option, which is down here. So, great, gotta deal with this guy. And I know that I probably can't kill him, so... We're looking for a hairpin. I don't know if this is the rabbit hutch. Oh, okay. Always left her hairpins here. Origami of rumors. I've always despised her. She goes around pretending like she doesn't want to be a girl when she knows full well that she's so much cuter than everyone else. She makes me sick. Well, that one's definitely about me. I remember Rinko folding up origami all the time. I don't know what was on them, but I saw her writing down things during class and folding paper into foxes on multiple occasions. She keeps writing her complaints on pieces of paper, but instead of burning them, she just decides to throw them in the void and let them accumulate. I think that maybe one day all those grievances will pile up and suffocate her. Hooray! Oh. Hi. How do you do? Okay, there's a whole, like, outside area here. I want to see if there's anything else. I know there's a big asshole monster, but... What's up, big asshole monster? Ooh, I will sacrifice the chocolate for this. Ema, there we go. Also a red capsule here. Sledgehammer? Alright. Sledgehammer! I'm gonna replace this. Well, I'm going to replace the back because it's already kind of half broke. Heavy weapons. Hold R2 to unleash a powerful attack. The longer the attack is held, the more brutal it will be. While using, focus your remain where you are and take a defensive stance. This will allow you to block most attacks, but your weapon's durability will increase much faster. When your focus gauge is full, use R1 to switch from a defensive position and unleash a focus attack. Okay. If there's anything along here. It actually gives you more health than I feel like it's letting on. Damn, man, where do I... Oh, that's right, I'm going... Like, how far is it away? Oh my god, there's a lot of them out here now. Oh, shit. Well, this got worse. There's the key to the stairs. You guys don't mind if I just, like, slip on by, do you? Yeah? Alright. Thanks. Okay, so first floor. We still need the locker combination. I don't know where the hell that would be. My old classroom.
何？
Unopened envelope. Hinako isn't coming. I'm sorry for lying to you, but I thought that I needed to get you alone to find out how you truly feel. Look into your heart and try opening this box with your true feelings. Do you remember that day when just the two of us went to the cafe? We talked about how it felt when we were delinquents since we were supposed to be going to school that day. But you know what? I didn't care what the other people thought about us because as long as I could spend some time with you, that's all I needed. We both ordered the same cake that day. I can still remember how my heart almost burst out of my chest the moment the same words flowed from those lips. The sweet and tart fruit on the cake. The taste still lingers in my mouth like it was yesterday. Do you remember the taste too? Okay. Secret box. The sweet and tart fruit. There was also another thing that showed up. I guess that's it. Okay, so that's a pumpkin. That's a sweet potato. That's a flower. And that's a cherry. So that might be the fruit. Okay, I feel like we need to look at more stuff. Is that there? Shu sat here. Still the best partner, right? I sat here. Behind me was Rinko. She used to give me the right answers. She should just disappear. I hope someone kills her or abducts her. I don't care. Just whatever gets Hinako out of my life once and for all. God. Sakuko says that if you put something as abstract as your feelings into words, even as a complaint, that will be enough to put your heart to rest. When you're feeling down, it's like having clothes scattered around in your room. And when you write it into words, it's like you're folding them into nice and neat piles. It's basically like organizing your feelings and folding them away to put them to rest with Inari-sama. This is apparently the real magic behind origami of grievances. So we got all of that. As you can see, when you get something and it has the little like fan or whatever that is at the top, the little symbol, that means it's done. Which actually is nice. I like that. Okay, so sweet and tart fruit.
反応なしか。なんか違うな。
Okay, that's a strawberry. That's a, you call them aubergines, but an eggplant. I don't know what that is. Looks like crumble. And that's a piece of sushi. Oh yeah, there we go. So you did remember. Well, that makes me feel very special. By the way, are you over Hinako now? I apologize if I sound blunt, but I want to make it clear that girl is dead. I know you're going through a rough time right now, and you must be in so much pain. But you know I can be there for you. Would you rather go through it yourself still? I can picture us slowly unfolding the pages of our hearts, talking about all the small, mundane details of our day-to-day lives. By filling up one journal after another with our thoughts, I know we can make a fresh start, a blank page upon which we can write the new story of our lives. Surely you can see it too. Okay, let me stand up for a minute and kind of process. So, the reason I kind of want to reference Silent Hill 2 is the only other game that we've played on the channel has been Silent Hill 2. I played through all four of the original Silent Hill games. One of the things, and the reason I want to specifically go to Silent Hill 2 is because there's a lot of Silent Hill 2 is kind of the game in which I feel that when you look at games like 3 and 4, and even this game, I feel like you see there's a lot of different connections that are being made between certain aspects of the story. It's kind of one of the reasons I keep bringing it up. This obviously is Rinko talking to Shu. That first line here, that girl is dead. I know you're going through a rough time right now, and you must be in so much pain. If you guys remember, right, the concept of what happened to James in Silent Hill 2, he kills his wife, right? He killed his wife because of her cancer. And it's a mercy killing. But James can't live with himself, right? We already know that in Silent Hill 2 that he's dead, right? Like that's, when you're in Silent Hill, when you're in Silent Hill, you're dead. And my thought, the original thought that I could always have, right, in this is that Hinako is already dead, right? Like the concept of that seems too cliche to just kind of throw out at the beginning, like, oh well, Hinako is already dead somehow, but that the question is it possible that I already kind of know what the story is, right? Is it already possible that I've kind of already guessed it in my head? I play a lot of shit. I watch a lot of shit. I'm pretty used to guessing things pretty well off. But let me workshop this one. Let me just kind of throw this out for you to maybe get this and sit on it and let it simmer a little bit and see how you feel. Hinako is dead because she killed herself. She killed herself because her parents, her dad specifically, hates her. Her mom, her dad hates her and he's abusive. Her mom will not do anything about it. So her parents are useless. Her sister got married and now her sister is gone. She has nobody but these friends. But these friends that she has, she's probably had for most of her life. And the only true friend that she actually has is Shu. But Shu is he's a little strange. And we see that with the interactions where he's kind of slightly distant from Hinako. And I think it's because of the pressure of Sakuko and Rinko, who both, for some reason, have a problem with Hinako. And I don't think it's just because it's girls being girls picking on, on ganging up and picking on Hinako. I think that Hinako did something. She did something to warrant the abuse and the hate that's coming from that is kind of coming from both of them. Again, Rinko more than Sakuko. Now, Sakuko, we know, called her a traitor. And I have been thinking about that specific scene at the beginning of seeing her, of her calling her a traitor and walking away from the window and Hinako turning around and looking. And that's something that I'm still trying to kind of figure out why, right? The thing with Rinko is that obviously we know that Rinko is jealous of Hinako because Hinako and Shu are close. They've been friends for a long time. They're partners in the sense of, like, they call each other partner. And Rinko obviously has a thing for Shu. She wants to go out with Shu, and so she wants to get Hinako away from him. And I think that because of the way Sakuko and Rinko are towards Hinako, it has created this kind of distance that Shu has. He's kind of put himself because he doesn't want to get involved because he's friends with them as well, and he doesn't want to cause this rift. And it's kind of, I think it's kind of made Hinako feel like, since he's not sticking up for her, that she's kind of losing that friend as well. Now, hear me out. This is my thought. I think Hinako committed suicide. And by doing so, she's ended up in the fog. Now, I did talk about how the town apparently has had this something happen in which it's warranted to having this curse put upon them. That I haven't quite pieced together. The idea of the earthquakes, the geysers, the mysterious deaths that are happening after the disfigurement of Inari statues. Like the cops and the mysterious deaths that have happened that we read with the doctor. Like all these mysterious deaths that happened because of this. This town, like Silent Hill, it was cursed because of what they did. And because of everything with Alessa and all this, all of everything that the townspeople did led to their demise, led to their town becoming cursed. It became this central focal point. So the question is, Ebby, what did this town do? Because the townspeople clearly did something. They did something to warrant this curse to come upon them. This curse that I feel is in reality in their actual in the place where everybody is alive, the real world, let's just call it, is happening to people, and they don't know how to explain any of it. And the people that are dying, regardless of their circumstances, they believe is attributed to this curse. Now, is the curse real or not? Maybe, maybe not. But in where we are in the Silent Hill version, in the fog realm, this curse is prevalent, and it is spreading like a virus across the ground. It's spreading everywhere you go. All the red flowers, the red bloom, it's spreading everywhere. And so this curse that's spreading is clearly what is kind of, I think, under this veil, right? If there is a, when people talk about the concept of life and death, they talk about an other side, right? This place we are in is clearly the other side of the real world. And there is where the curse lays. The source of this curse we saw in the fog. Do we know what it is? No, we do not. However, I think that Hinako committed suicide, and she kind of came out into this thinking that everything was normal. she didn't realize, because again, that's the thing, they kind of never realize that they're dead. It kind of just a continuation of this existence they're living a part of. And she goes into town, and the way that her friends are acting are the way she is envisioning them in her head, the way that she is seeing how they treat her in her head. Either they don't treat her like that in real life, and it's in her head, and it's her anxieties and her fears that she has towards these people of how she thinks they perceive them. And so she's projecting that into these form figures that are in this, right? In this island in which all of these people can interact. And then there is the other side of that. There is the dark side of that, in which there is the Foxman. And so my thought is that obviously the people in this that are trapped in this fog are the manifestations that are coming from Hanako's mind. I think this is kind of where my theory is, and I could be totally wrong, but where I've been sitting, what I've been reading, and what I've been feeling is that I think Hinako committed suicide, and her suicide was a catalyst to whatever possibly happened to this town overall. That her suicide was a devastating blow to this town. And it caused a massive problem that happened within this town. And I think that her death, somehow Hinako has energy or power or something. There is something inside of her that this god, this fox god, wants from her. Hence the notes in the other side. So that question is, why? What is special about Hinako? What is special about her that this god, this fox god, which is clearly the guy, the Foxman, what does he want from her? What is so special about her that she is able to, I guess, maybe conjure this all up? Because maybe that's the other thing too. Maybe everything that's happening is because of her. Maybe, it's like the concept of The Grudge. If you've ever seen The Grudge, you know that a tragic and horrible death leads to an area that's cursed, that it grows like a mold, and it settles and it stays there and it never goes away. And maybe that's kind of what's the same concept of what's happening here. Maybe Hanako's death basically caused this massive spread of just death that just spread everywhere. I could be wrong on this, but frankly, this note in itself kind of confirmed my inner thoughts of, I think Hinako is probably dead already. And I feel like this note clearly is the note that's giving us the confirmation of that. Yeah, sure, it could be, that girl's dead. She's dead to me. But I don't think that's what it is. It just says dead. I truly believe that that her death has caused something, and that what is going on is clearly her entrapment, her own Silent Hill. And this island in which she is on, right, that I've described it as, this island where she's interacting with the manifestations of her friends and her mind. And, the different types of monsters are all different creations that are correlated to different things in reality. And then, of course, there's the other side. But that other side is clearly not just hyper-specific to her, but has a person in it that is not in the fog realm. So, that's my thing. What is so special about Hinako that she is, I don't know, targeted by this god of some kind? I don't know. Guess we'll find out, huh? Okay, so we're filling up one journal after another. Journal. I know we can make fresh start. So journal. Okay. That's a rock. Okay, that's a book. That's also a book. That's a fan. That's like a note and a thing. That's a book. That's some dice, and that's a crane. Cool. Okay, got it. I'm glad to hear that you're trying to stay positive, and remember, I'll always be here for you if you need anything. You know... Oh, there it is. You know, you're not the only one who's sad, because Hanako's no longer with us. If the two of I don't know, I think there's a missing word there, could huddle together, we could soothe this pain. Maybe the two of us could huddle together, we could soothe this pain that bites like the cold of winter, and then surely spring will arrive, welcoming us with sakura in full bloom to celebrate our union. Can you picture the beautifully blooming sakura awaiting us? Okay, so obviously sakura, the sakura flowers. Well, I mean that's a plant, but let me just check the journal. Well, I can check the journal in here, can't I? Yeah. Yeah, sakura in full bloom. Okay. That's a bonsai. I think it's... There we go. Dear Shu, I like you, I love you. I always have, and I always will. I'll be waiting to hear what you think about me. Second floor classroom generic key. She hasn't read this letter. Because, see, at the same time, she's not saying anything. She's not saying anything about it. She's not mentioning the fact that the letters say that she's dead. Oh, Junko. See, and she just wants her sister. She just wants her sister back. Because she knows her sister is the one person who loves her. A world that's not a playground like elementary school, but not as mature as high school. Middle school to me was like the stage between a tadpole and a frog. I guess you could say it's a period of grotesque transformations. Up until elementary school, Shu and I would have water fights and we wouldn't mind if our underwear showed. Once we entered middle school though, while we might not have paid any mind to things like that, others around us did. It just felt like our world changed in a snap. Boys and girls used to think of one another as mortal enemies, always bickering and fighting each other. But now it's suddenly turned into such a weird dynamic where we have to treat each other in a completely different way. It's fine for people who want to do that because the people around them are doing the same. But for someone like me who really couldn't care less about what people think, that's not the case. Well, see, that's what I was saying about Shu maybe having this sort of like distance that he seemingly has, that she's kind of noticed growing, because it's not, I don't think it's just, like Rinko and Sakoku. I really don't think it's just them. I also think that it's just the pressure of being a boy in general. Of the friends that are boys that are around him as well. Because Sakoku and Rinko, they're the closest thing he has to the friends, but you know. Um, you know, I don't need this bandage, but yeah, it's fine. I would rather have that. The toolkit. Oh yeah, sledgehammer. Sledgehammer. Okay. Alright, so we have a couple of other classrooms. Liar, liar, liar. Just liar. Origami of grievances. TT is the most disgusting person I've ever met. I wish someone would destroy her locker. If anyone wants to make my wish come true, her locker combination is 377. Okay. Seems that making secret codes with numbers and symbols is all the craze these days. Old Annex main gate key. Alright. Note to teacher. Note, Ayumi from the track and field club said she found a key with key box written on it during practice. If she still hasn't gotten back to you, then she probably left it in her locker when she went to change. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if she forgot. She looked exhausted after practice. That's another bandage. Oh, great. Oh, you had to be in my way. Oh, well, you know what? That was a little rude. Excuse me, though. Well, at least these ones aren't down here anymore. I wish we could find the other locker combo. Because there's this locker. It says TT, but I don't think it's this one, is it? That one looks like the only locker that I could open. I didn't see any other lockers that had like combinations. Okay, so what was the code again? 377? I can try. So whose fucking locker is it? Well, that doesn't make any sense. Is it this? I need a key. Okay. Oh god, you see him? Just hanging out up there? Okay. Note between lovers. Miki, I have absolutely no idea how the crazy formula spells I setaru, but I love you too. I have no idea what that means. Some chocolate. Origami of grievances. Oh, how I wish I could just climb inside his locker and drown in his smell. I can't believe his combination is the same as his name, AOI. That's so cute of him, using his name and code. Well, that also doesn't make sense. Locker room key, okay. Asakura's textbook. I'm a mermaid. The sea is calling out to me. I can't believe the school doesn't even have a pool. The sea, the sea, the best thing in the world. It's so lovely. It's now my locker combination.
暗号のメモか。
Yeah, but like S is you can't do a double digit. I don't understand. Cryptic note. Oh, key 3x C533. If you want to do Keiko, do 310. See, it's so easy. All I did was switch out the letters. What? The fuck does that mean? Azakura Ayumi, row 4, line 2. A toolkit. Alright, well. I have no idea what any of that means. Note between lovers. 4151 plus 3. What the fuck, dude? Ugh. What the hell? Dude, and you know what the worst part is too? I am so fucking bad at math. It's literally my worst subject. And now I gotta do this shit? I mean, clearly we have the one for... Well, since AOI... Wait, so... Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe all of it's in here. AOI, so... Maybe it's 410 410. Son of a bitch. I mean, I mean, I might try that, but I don't even know if there's like a, oh, fuck, dude. I don't even know if there's a guide. I just want to see somebody tell me how this works. Oh, I was close. It's 401. Well, then is that the O and the I? Is that so? Is that O? So wait, are the letters that look like numbers? They just stay the number? I no fucking idea. I happened to find out Suga's locker combination. The weird thing is, when you convert it to code, it looks like a cry for help. What am I supposed to do? It's not like I can do anything. But this is insane to me. I mean, I'm trying to figure out, right?
陸上部が懐かしい。
Okay, so that's Asakura's Suga. So it says that it's like a cry for help. So like what? SOS? So then obviously O is, oh, I get it. They are supposed to look like numbers. A looks like a 4. So it's 5. Is it 505? I think I'm starting to understand. It is. Let's go! And then this was Taiko's. So Taiko. Who do I have as a Taiko? Is it TT? Who's 377? Yes, TT. Okay, so 3. This one is the 377. Oh. Deals additional damage when using weapons with high durability. Effective only for weapons with durability.
何かに使えそう。
Alright. What am I using currently? Oh, increases the max health. I also have the hand mirror. Okay. And this was Asakura's, which she said was the C, right? One. The C. So it'd be, oh, is it the C? Well, because the formula, right? C is. I mean, yeah, like, yeah, but how is key supposed to be that? Oh my god, dude, I just have no idea. I mean, I would figure it would be C, right? So it would be what, 5, 3, 5, 3, 4? Because A is 4. 5 is S. And there it says, it shows that the E is 3, so 5, 3, and then A was 4, right? So 5, 3, 4? If that's not it, I'm gonna have to look it up. So at that point I have no clue. Okay. I would have had no idea. Might open. Oh, the key. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Okay, well that was a little fucking uncalled for. Oh, nice dodge.
やっと見つけた。
Key to the back mountains. Key that opens the chain gate. Oh, and they're gone. Well, not this guy, but. That numbers puzzle is baffling to me. I mean, I kind of get it, but I kind of don't. Still.
ナロさん、私と一人で新しい宇宙戦争を始めようよ。
I mean, that was the best guess I had, honestly.
相棒の役でも悪の女幹部の役でもいいんだよ。
鍵見つけたぞ。
おかえり。面倒をかけたな。相棒も休めよ。俺たち先に休んだから。
休みなよ。私と柊君で寝ずの番をしててあげるから。
いや、私は本当に大丈夫。
ひなこ、休めよ。あとは俺たちが見張っておくから。
おやすみ、ひなこ。
And then they just leave again.
でもさ、柊君もああいうの好きでしょ。
興味ねえよ。
でも
Shell of the past. Oops, well, missed that.
命を救われ魂を奪われた私だ。今度は私が君の魂を救い、古き君の命を奪おう。無理しなくていい。まだ休んでいるといい。
起きられます。
清めの水が少し強すぎたのかもしれない。君は思った以上に繊細で敏感なようだ。 でもよく頑張ったね、ひなこ。
Oh, give me a minute here.
先に進もう。
Well, they called me, but nobody was on the other end. All right, give me a second here. I'll need to call them back here in a minute when I'm finished. All right, well, we're back here again, of course.
先に行って支度をしておく。
There are times when those kind eyes that watch me through the slits of the Foxmaster turn frighteningly sharp, as if he's looking right through me, piercing the very depths of my soul. When we walk hand in hand, he always stays one step ahead, as if guiding me somewhere. With my hand in his, I can keep my eyes cast down towards my feet when I walk, and he tugs gently on my hand. I know that true happiness is. I don't have to think about anything anymore. As long as I do what he tells me, I know I will be happy. Oh, well, that's concerning. So see, she's actually like trusting him, which is clearly. Yeah, let me get my Naginata out. I almost forgot I had this. Which is clearly not a good sign. Okay. I don't know if I could have picked one or the other, but this is Sakuko's her room. Okay, well, we finally made it here. I have 1260. I do have one of these now. I kind of want to keep getting the health, but I think I'm going to do the stamina again. Okay, well, we're going to save here and call it. I got to go call the hospital to get that confirmed. So I will see you all in the next one. Thank you all for joining me. Man, this is, there's some concerning shit going on. We're seeing Hinako unraveling a little bit with this. So I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.